you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast.
Nice. I like that.
I'm Colleen and you are Erik.
Love of my life.
I'm wearing a shirt
Your
just for you
shirt
today.
says sandwich.
My shirt says Sandwich Club.
Sandwich
I wore it
Club.
just for you because...
New York, did you get that at a sandwich club in New York, love?
Well, I don't know if you know this about me, but I love sandwiches. If you were to ask me to describe myself, I would say I'm a sandwich girly.
What kind of sandwich would you be?
I am all the sandwiches because I love sandwiches and I'm a sandwich girl.
I say you'd be grilled cheese with tomato soup.
Why do you think that?
Because you're nice on a cold, rainy day.
Oh, I don't know if that's true, but thank you.
I don't know.
I do like a cold rainy day. I don't know, kind of.
You're a Jersey Mike's number 7.
Oh, I don't think that.
Oh.
I think you
Just
would
turkey.
you'd be a panini of sorts. You
What?
would definitely, there's something in my hair, a plant per se.
Because I'm
Why is that-
toasted?
No, because you're pressed.
What is that? What does
You're
that
always
mean?
pressed.
What does that mean?
Anyway, hi everyone. Welcome to Relax the Podcast, the podcast where
Hi, Colleen.
a husband and wife sit down and look at each other in the eyeballs, sometimes depending on how my eye contact is going that day.
Yeah,
And
medication based.
yeah. And we just try to relax for a second because we don't get to do that often. And that's what we're doing.
Good job explaining what this
Yeah,
is.
I don't know why I did that.
177
I don't know why I
hours
did that.
later. I like it.
What's up, love? What needs to relax for you today?
Me.
Okay.
Well, we talked a little bit about this, but I wanted to extrapolate on it more here. I have a psychological disorder that I like to refer as car brain,
Okay.
which means that every time I'm always dissatisfied with the car that I drive.
Yeah, I know.
And within me, there is like a car that makes sense for me and daily use and our family. But what happens is I explain this to you like what I hear from like true crime documentaries, how serial killers are, to whereas, I mean, hypothetically, a serial killer kills someone, and then you hear that like satiates them from their bloodlust for months, a year, whatever, and then they get the urge to kill again. For me, that's how I feel about like my pleasure in the car that I have bought. You know.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is that, and these nothing fancy, and usually and almost always used, but I'll like have a car for like 2 years, and then it'll be like my car brain will turn on, and it'll be the only thing I can think about. And I'll research cars, and I'll be looking at cars as I'm driving around. It's the only thing I think about until I'm like, I got to trade in this car for this used car.
Yeah.
And they're usually lateral moves.
Mm-hmm.
And it becomes obsessive.
Okay.
And so I wondered, since you were doing it last week, what kind of car do you think I am?
You're a Woody, love.
Hey-o.
You are a Woody.
Like wood paneling on the side of a car?
You are an old car. You're like but not like a truck one with panel. You're what's the kind that are like, because there's like van size cars and there's regular size cars. What's the regular ones?
Sedan?
I don't know the names of them.
That's just like a 4-door car.
Yeah. Oh, is there plants in my mouth too? I don't know what's going on.
There's
I feel
sedans.
Like I was outside for 2 minutes and now I'm covered in plant. Anyway,
No,
you're
not visibly.
one of those little ones, but the long ones, where they're the longer.
Like a station wagon?
Yeah, you're like something like that, but
Like
with
a Wagoneer?
Yeah, but with wood paneling.
That
like,
would be a dream car, like a Jeep.
not a Jeep.
Wagoneer with wood paneling would be like the absolute dream car. Not practical. And they don't make them anymore. You know what I mean?
You know, though, here's the thing is like a lot of the cars that you decide you need for a short period of time, they're not always very practical. So I believe that he should just get a Woody because like you've always wanted one. And
No. But maybe this is what car leases are for, because they only last like, 2-3 years.
cars are like known as like the dumbest purchase ever because like they don't increase in value unless you're like a car collector And even then I feel like it's probably not
no,
it's probably a very expensive
especially never
hobby.
buy a new car because then they immediately lose 20% to 10% of value the second you drive it.
Well, all cars, all cars, except for like the fancy ones that people collect and I don't know anything about. But I don't know anything about. I'm literally so done with cars. So done with cars. So this is a horrible combination of like Erik and I are very good together. And I would say like, I mean, 100% he's my person. He's my soulmate. He's my everything. And we do so many things well together. We balance each other out in a lot of ways and we agree on a lot of things. We have similar parenting tactics. We have some, like, we're very compatible in so many ways. And some might say we're very compatible when it comes to cars, but it's actually very dangerous how we are because I know nothing about cars. I don't care about cars.
That's a
can't
lie.
tell any of them. No, well, I'm getting there.
The second part is the lie.
I'm getting there. That I can't tell the difference between cars. Like you showed me a bunch of cars that you liked the other day that he wanted me to like see if I liked any of them for him to get because he is wanting a new car. And I thought you showed me the same picture 5 times.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, I was almost finished.
Okay.
So but the problem is when you have a combination of someone who impulsively buys cars because Erik says he becomes obsessed and does all this research.
Well, don't say like that. It's like once every couple of years.
Sure.
And then I become unhappy with my car.
But it's like a week of research obsessive panic buy. Like it's not like months of I've really been thinking about this. This is why I think that it's
that's what I'm trying to do now.
I know. And I'm really proud of you because it's been more than a week and you haven't bought another car yet.
This conversation started because I got a used car, I think a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And then I got that itch again to kill. And I was thinking like, I think I need a pickup truck. I think I need a pickup truck for crab traps for, you know what I mean? And that became a thing that I researched and became obsessed about. I think I'm over that now.
Okay.
So what I'm looking for, and what I wanted to say this on the podcast, because I thought like maybe people listening might have a good idea for an economically reasonable car for a family of 5, but not a minivan, because we have a minivan, like anti-minivan. But the main problem I'm having now is fuel efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm dad taxi, you know what I mean, for all these kids and their things and school, but he can't always take the minivan. So,
but not a fully electric.
And that's the other thing. Like I could go fully electric, never Tesla. Don't suggest a Tesla.
You could not go fully electric.
There's a company called Rivian that makes but those are really expensive.
You could not do fully electric.
There's one coming out in 2027 that I think looks really nice. But so hybrid, whether hybrid or plug-in. So this is what I'm looking for. Something that suits me personally, but also is like a hybrid or plug-in hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably like a crossover SUV type vehicle to be dropping these kids off at school and stuff, and also some adventuring. What is that car?
So,
I don't know what that car is, but the car I currently have, it's not reasonable fuel economy. So let me know in the comments.
Erik gets new, but here I'm very proud of you because what happens usually is he wants a car and he's like, this is the car I've always wanted. This is the car this is the one that I've wanted my whole, you've said this about every car. This is the one I've always wanted my whole life. And this is the exact one I need it. This is the one for me. We have the minivan for like the family car. And then this is like, I need to have this car. I'm so excited about this car. And it's like the one he has to have, right? And then, he gets it and then he gets sick of it and then it happens again. But this time you did that. Mm-hmm. And then you came around and were like, okay, I have a problem. I think I'm the serial killer version, but with cars. Yeah. And the only thing is like,
Step one is admitting the problem, right?
Yeah. So I'm very proud of you for that. That's really great. But yeah, I'm more like, what is the most practical? Because we have 3 kids and we have a lot of things and activities that they need to do and errands to run. And
right, but we have the hybrid minivan.
Yes, but there are issues where like this is the other half of the problem We're just when I say relax is just us finally being able to sit down and talk to each other. We're literally just having like a parent, husband, wife, boring conversation, but on a podcast right now. But here's the issue is that, yes, we do have a minivan that is efficient and practical, and I love it. I love our minivan for our family. The problem is that then we have like a secondary car, which we're so lucky we even are able to have 2 cars. And the secondary car is like, since I don't care about cars, Erik gets to kind of like pick one that he likes and is great and whatever. But the problem is if I don't enjoy the car for whatever reason, I end up having to drive it a lot too if I ever run errands, because if I ever go anywhere alone, I don't want to leave him hanging with a car that's not the family car.
And vice versa, yeah.
So I do end up driving this second car around a lot. So when I say I don't care at all, get whatever you want, I end up that I do care.
So you extremely care.
Because like when we had a Jeep, like a high Jeep, it was really cool, beautiful. It was a bright blue, so cool. I loved the look of that car. It was very bouncy. And we had it when I was pregnant with the twins, and any slight movement in the car, which there's a lot of big movements in a Jeep, was excruciatingly
You said it was
painful.
like being on the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland.
But like pregnant with twins, and my pelvic bone was like, so it was painful for me to be in that car. So, there's always something like that where it's like, I can't be in this car, but then if I take the minivan, the practical car, then I have to take the kids, because otherwise you're stranded with a car that like we can't put all the kids in. So that's the issue.
So Colleen thinks that maybe we need another vehicle that can fit 5.
We definitely do.
But
we have 3 kids.
This is the one that going around running errands car then.
No, you say this every time.
I don't want to get another minivan. I don't want to get another minivan, and I don't want like I don't think you'd like driving like a giant full-size SUV.
I'm not suggesting any of these things.
I don't think another 3-row car is necessary.
I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that.
She says she doesn't care, but she cares so much. But
it has to be able to fit all 3 kids easily.
You're involved.
I don't care if there's 5 seats or a billion. You involve yourself in the process so much so that you have a very strong opinion, but that's as far as your involvement in the process goes. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be like that. I want to make sure that it's practical for our children, because that's all I care about is safety and practicality for the kids.
Yes, and safety is number 1, obviously. But also, I think for you is like Colleen has this thing where she hates every infotainment system in every car.
I like the minivan one.
You like the minivan one?
I do. Yeah, I really do.
Well, the minivan one, it's just you plug in your phone and you're doing Apple CarPlay.
It's great.
Which most cars have now. But I'm more talking about like, this button doesn't do it. Like,
no, drives me crazy.
Like, I don't think you could ever have a car that didn't have tactile buttons.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I could. But like,
you would complain about it a lot.
Yeah, I would. The car that we currently, the secondary car that we currently have, if you want to change the air conditioning, like if it's hot in the car and you're like, oh, I need air conditioning. It's not like you just like push a button or turn a dial and then here's the AC and this is the temperature I want. It's like you have to go into the system and push a button to go to like the settings, to then go to another button that changes what the knob means.
It takes a second to like boot up, so it's not immediate when you turn the car on. It's like there's like a lag.
How long's the lag?
And that is a famous lag for that car. What? 20 seconds? 30? A minute? How long do you think it is?
Sometimes it's not till you park at the place you get to.
Anyways, I wanted to treat whoever's listening to this as like a mediary. You know what I mean? Okay. Like we're in
couples counseling?
We're in couples counseling, and we needed a mediary for this conversation because someone out there is gonna
a mediator. I've never heard it called that before.
I think this one, and Colleen would like this about it, and it would and Erik would like this. You know what I mean? And it would suit your needs.
What I care about is that it's easy to get my kids in and out of the car, and it's safe for them. That's like what I mostly care about. I don't want a car that's like only seats 2 kids and us. It has to fit all 3, and it has to easily fit all 3. I don't care if it's a super big car or a small car or an in-between car or what it looks like on the outside or the inside. I want it to just fit our kids easily, and that I'm going to open the door and not worry about the car door slamming into the car next to me because the kid opened it too fast, or, like stuff like that. Like, how do I get my kids in and out easily?
And how the door hinges.
Well, that is included in the getting the kids in and out easily.
I care. This is what I care about.
You care that it looks cool.
No, I care about safety. And now the most important thing is because of how much I'm like driving.
Yeah.
Fuel efficiency.
Yeah, of course.
So like a hybrid or plug-in hybrid. And I care that I would really like it to be like British racing green, and I would really like it to have like
what's British?
not a black
green?
interior, but like a brown
I
interior.
know that one
or
really.
tan.
That one, you can do whatever, but like I really
And
am not a fan of that. But
I would like it to have all-wheel drive. And what else?
What's British racing green? Is that like a forest green?
It's like it's a particular color of green that it's what like I don't know. It's just I can't. How do you describe a shade of green to someone?
I don't know, but this is
verbally?
so he showed me a bunch of cars the other day, and they all look like just cars to me. But I will tell you, the color of the interior of most of the cars was the color was skin, Caucasian.
I am still kind
malnutrition
of killery about the one of the ones I showed you. That yes, it's the leather interior was Band-Aid colored.
Like Caucasian Band-Aid.
Well, I want it to look like this. I wish I could put this in a car.
Wow.
Some people like that.
Some people do. You are one of them.
You know what I mean?
I have opinions about that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to say like you no to the car like that. I'll just be like, huh.
Or like red.
Yeah, I know you
but
like that.
Not as intense a red as like our last
That was
minivan.
wild.
I can't believe I found a minivan last time that had a bright red interior. That was hectic.
Insane behavior.
Crazy. But anyways, I feel better about this after having this conversation. You know what I mean? I feel like we're more on the same page, getting to this opportunity to talk it out. And hopefully someone watching from the outside,
be our therapist,
unbiased. You know what I mean? We listen, we don't judge. Can maybe they can give us some answers or steer us, no pun intended, in the right direction on something that suits our family's needs and would make both of us happy.
I actually desperately want Erik to have like a fun toy car, whatever kind of car he wants. Like, I think that'd be great. I genuinely think that would be so great for you to have like your own little like RV camper or a little like woody truck or like whatever. But as long as we have 2 practical, safe cars, but then that's 3 cars. Who needs 3 cars? That's bananas. Cars. Like no one needs 3 cars.
Right.
And so maybe when the kids are a little bit older, then it's the opportunity to have, but right now when they're all still in car seats, I need it to be safest. So I just think it's like, we just don't get to be cool for a bit, I think is the problem.
Well, I mean, in 2-row cars, you can still fit three car seats. It's doable.
No. Of course. Yeah. I also think I'm a little bit nervous about you loving the interior because those kids will ruin it.
I know what you're going to say. It's like pointless because like it's going to end up like covered
in goldfish
like the
crackers.
floor of our minivan. No matter what, it's like those Ritz peanut butter crackers, the mini ones, and goldfish combined into like a powder.
It's like cemented
and cemented into the floor. No matter, I literally took it out this weekend and power washed it, and it still didn't look clean.
Right.
And then then it stinks because of like a yogurt pouch has spilled. Or because in the crack
don't
next
you
to the
be
seat.
blaming your fish bait on the children's yogurt pouches.
That's why I need a pickup because then my squid bait for our crab traps wouldn't be on the interior of the vehicle.
My grandpa had a pickup truck when I was little, and it was so fun.
I know I tried to use that against you.
Most illegal. No, I'm not against.
You said,
"Oh,
my grandpa had a green pickup truck." I was like, "What if I get a green pickup truck?"
Well, yeah, no, I have fond memories of it doing very illegal things because my grandpa would load up all the grandkids in the bed of the truck and we'd drive to the beach, which is so illegal.
We're talking
and
about the late 80s, early 90s. Kids were in the back.
Oh yeah.
Pickup trucks.
Laid down in the back of my dad at one point had a 2-seater little car, like teeter around for a minute. And just because it was like the one, I'm assuming it's probably one my parents got like for free from someone or something. But
they found it.
I don't know. I probably, literally my first Volvo, which was my favorite car of all time, is a 86 Volvo falling apart.
That's a good year.
They just saw it at our mechanic. And they're like, "What's that?" My dad's like, "What's that?" And they were like, "Oh, it doesn't work." And he's like, "Can I have it?" But anyway, my grandpa had this truck and I have so many fond memories of it. I'm not against pickup trucks at all. I think pickup trucks are cool. I just think while our kids are in car seats still and they're little, like, just want to make sure that we can get around safely all the time with them.
My parents had, I think it was, I mean, this is going back my memory so far, but I think we had a I'll have to ask them, white station wagon that had the wood paneling on the side.
Did it have the backward seat?
Because that's what car companies knew what they were doing by putting wood on the outside of a car. And yes, it had the back seat that faced out the back window, which in hindsight, like if you were to be rear-ended, you would lose your children.
It's insane.
I can't believe that they did that.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody else had a pickup truck where it was like it was just kind of the two seats, but if you crawled up into the tiny back, there would be a little seat that folded down out of the side, and you kind of like sat on this little fold out seat.
Yes.
Facing sideways.
Yes, I remember this. Whose car? I've been in someone's car who had that.
With like a little lap band like that up against the glass window.
Wait,
you know what I mean?
have been in this car as a little kid.
Talking about?
Yes, I have the foggiest memory of this. I've done that. I don't know who
like an
it
uncle
was.
car. Yeah, I don't know.
That's so crazy. But I just remembered that what I was getting to earlier was that when my dad had that 2-seater car, I remember laying in the back of it.
Yeah.
Like I'd had to lay down because there's no seat in the back of it. And I would just like look out the windshield at the sky.
Just laying and not buckled, not with car seat.
Crazy. Crazy. I don't think we did that very often because I only have a couple memories in it. But anyway, it was crazy what we used to do as kids. And I do remember those like backwards facing seats. And that weird, what truck is that had that little seat with the little buckle?
I don't know. I
knew someone with it and I've been in it. And that's crazy that you just unlocked a memory I haven't thought about in ever. We're not getting one of those. I think pickup trucks are cool. I have fond memories of pickup trucks. It's just, I
wish I know we're doing this podcast right now, but I wish I could like open my phone and show you a couple more. I've been looking
you can,
but it's like, but like it would not be good for podcasting. I don't think.
Let's wait and see what they say and see. And then when we're done with podcast, we can then go ahead and.
I do have a present for you.
What?
I have a gift.
Is it a car?
I wish. Can I go get it really fast and give it to you?
Yes. Ready? Okay, Eric's coming in and told me to close my eyes.
We were talking about we should have a hobby together.
Oh, I'm scared.
And it's spring solstice.
It's plants.
It's plants.
I knew this was going to happen.
How did you know?
Because they smell really good. I smell tomatoes. They smell amazing. So he just put, it looks like, let me see if I can guess. Kale. I smell a tomato plant.
You want to close your eyes and guess by smell?
I'd be very bad at that, but I can try.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
What are you smelling? What do you think that is?
Tomatoes.
Yes, early girl tomato. It's called.
Early girl gets the worm.
She's an early girl. Okay.
I don't know where plants are. Okay, hold on. Can you help me?
I'll put them to you.
Mint.
Mojito.
No, mojito. But it's mint.
Mojito mint.
We need to put this by the chicken coop because it deters rodents. Mice don't like the smell of mint.
I was more thinking like this summer we could make mojitos.
I love alcoholic beverages.
Close your eyes.
I do think mojito is my least favorite alcoholic beverage because I don't like the little mint chunks.
Okay. Smell this one.
Oh, I know this. Hold on. Oh, this is bothering me. Oh, I know this. What is it? It's bothering me.
I don't know. I can tell you.
No,
or you can guess.
Don't tell me. Hold on. Let me smell it again. Dang it. Oh, I hate that I know it and I can't place it. Freaking A.
It's kind of a trick question, I think.
Is it a tomato again?
It is.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But let's read the variant or the
chocolate
type.
Sprinkles?
It's called.
Girl, I swear to you, I smell chocolate.
Chocolate sprinkles tomatoes. I'd never heard of that, but
That's so cool. I wonder, does that mean it just has like little chocolate sprinkle looking marks on it? It probably just has little chocolate looking marks.
I think it has to do with like the look of it, but you can see there. It's like a cool looking kind of heirloom.
Exciting.
Kind of thing.
Okay, next one.
I don't know if you can tell by
I can
these things.
smell this one hard. I mean, obviously I can. I'm literally smelling it. I don't know. Can you give me a hint?
It's Liberty.
Justice for all?
You can ring my
bell?
Uh-huh.
Peppers. I wouldn't have guessed that one. But it does smell like bell peppers, I guess, a little bit.
Okay, close your eyes.
Okay, my eyes are closed. Oh, this is hard and crunchy. Oh, this is kale.
Uh-huh. You love kale.
I actually do love making kale chips.
That's why I got it.
I won't. That one doesn't have a smell to me.
Strawberries.
That's strawberries?
Yes.
I don't.
Why did you eat it?
I don't know.
It's not ready yet.
But yeah, that one doesn't have a smell. Am I crazy? I didn't smell anything. Is that it?
That's it. So, it's a start. But when we're done podcasting here, we can start our new hobby together.
I think we got to get rid of our mice first because they will nibble those away.
Yeah, we do have a mice issue.
I'm working on it. I'm getting all the things I need to make sure they go away.
Is the great rat war of 2025 about to happen?
It's already been happening.
Yeah, it's already. We've already been attacked.
We've
been attacked by rats.
Mice, rats. I can't really tell. Did you know I used to have like a bajillion mice.
Yeah, I love that about you because it's like the kid in Royal Tenenbaums. He raises Dalmatian mice, and you're like, I think you were doing that. You're like raising and selling mice, right?
I wasn't on purpose. I got a couple of mice that I thought were cute at the pet store, and it was a boy and a girl. So
just they had intercourse.
I feel like it was probably 24 hours later. I had 50 mice, and I loved them all very, very much. But we couldn't have. I ended up having 5 like huge aquarium tank thingies.
No way! I didn't know the extent of it.
Because it was 10 mice in each one, which is still too many, and so I had to start getting rid of them.
Okay.
And obviously we separated the boys from the girls.
How did you sell them? Did you go door to door?
No, I had friends at school I figured out who had pets that would, eat them.
Oh my gosh.
And I would sell them for a cheaper rate than at the pet store.
Wait, so you're just on the schoolyard?
Yeah.
Dealing in mice?
Yeah, man.
Some people sold pot.
Isn't that horrible? I can't believe I did that. I could never do that now.
Would you bring them to school to sell them?
No. I would be like, oh, this person.
You would just arrange the deals?
I'm sure that like my mom was involved or someone was involved to like talk to the parents, be like, hey, do you need this for your,
How much were you pulling in like a week? Cash?
I can't remember. Probably $2. But
how much did a mouse go for?
Probably 50 cents or something like that. But
oh my God.
But we didn't get like the fancy mice. I remember when we were at the store, we got like the feeder mice, like because they were the cheapest. So when I wanted mice, we got the feeder mice.
Cockroach, yeah.
And yeah, it didn't go well. I mean, it went well for me. I had lots of mice, but then it was too many mice. Anyway, now I don't want the mice. They infiltrated the chicken coop.
Yeah.
And I did everything that I could.
They've created a system, even though we dug trenches with wire.
We dug trenches with the wire.
They've created a system of tunnels or something.
But I just think that our wire didn't go deep enough. Like our trenches weren't deep enough. And I know the reason why. It's because there were roots to some of the trees surrounding the chicken coop.
But everywhere else,
got in the way.
It's like what it's supposed to be like
I know,
I remember digging that trench.
But it doesn't matter. They found the holes. So I have a new plan and it's going to take a lot of work, but it's coming.
Okay.
And so I'm going to be covering chicken poop for the next like week, making this happen.
Yeah.
Before the summer months. But, and then also, planting a lot of mint around.
I didn't know that was a thing. If I knew that was a thing, I would have bought more mint.
We're so old. This is like, we're sitting here in our podcast talking about
practical cars.
What family car should we buy? And then look, I bought plants. Thank you. That's very sweet. That's very fun. The kids are all gonna have fun with us doing that too, I think.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I thought it'd be a nice thing to do since like the weather's turning nice.
I knew you were gonna do this today. Can I tell you why?
No, why?
Because my bestest friend, Christina, was here yesterday and she was talking about...
She planted the seed.
I knew she did. When she said, last night she was talking about how she went to this like seminar or something about...
Growing your own food.
Growing your own food and how important it is to like buy locally with your produce and all your food.
And chemicals and soils.
And the chemicals. And she was talking about all this and how fascinating it was to the seminar thingy that she went to. And she was talking about it to Erik, and I walked through the kitchen as they were talking about it, and I was like, "He is going to go buy plants tomorrow."
It subliminally put that in my head. Well, then I was driving by the nursery.
Yeah,
why do they call it a nursery?
I don't know, but you know what I want to do? I heard, and by heard I mean I read it or watched a video of it.
You saw a TikTok of it.
I do think I read it actually because it has to do with rocks. Book? And there's not as many TikToks about rocks as you might think. But I was reading up on rocks, and there was some thing that said like rocks, if you have like certain types of crystals and rocks and stones and whatnot, they can help plants grow. Like if you, and I want to do a test. I want to get 2 of the exact same plant, like little house plant or something, and put them near each other and like put like a stone that says it would help a plant grow in one and not in the other. And see
like with vibes?
Yeah.
Like
energy,
like
man.
A healing crystal vibe kind of thing?
Yeah. And the energy and vibes make the plant grow. They say this is real. And they is whoever wrote that article I read.
Okay.
So I wanted to try that, but then that would require me going to a plant nursery and buying 2 of the exact same thing. And I'm not doing that.
You're not going to do that. No.
You know what we do need to do? And I'm asking you on a date right now.
Sure.
Will you go on a date with me tomorrow?
Love to.
It's gotten to the point where I need glasses very bad.
Oh yeah, we've been meaning to do that. Yeah.
So a month ago or whenever it was, I went to the eye doctor and they're like, yeah, your vision, like you need glasses, but it's not like you can't see without them. So we're giving you this prescription, but you don't have to like have glasses right now. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm fine. I don't know if it's just because it's in my mind now or what, but like
you notice, once you find out.
I'm like finding myself doing the thing that like, older moms do when I was like, you hand me something and I like have to pull it away from my face and like open my eyes and make a really ugly face with my neck all scrunched to see things.
I love your scrunchy neck.
So that is the meanest and nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that.
No, I loved it. So will you go on a date with me tomorrow and pick out glasses for me?
Lens crafters?
I don't know where you get glasses, but that would be great because I need them really badly.
We should go to Costco.
I wanted to read some comments.
Oh, great.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
And it's good you brought in the plants. I don't know, actually, it might be too early to start reading the comments. We haven't been podcasting very long. Should I wait till the end of the episode?
Okay.
Or should I do it
now?
now?
You didn't do a relax, I don't think, or did you?
Nothing needs to relax for me, lovey.
Okay. What else you got to
I'm just a happy-go-lucky person.
You've been super chill.
I'm
lately.
So chill. Okay, wait, actually, before I read comments, I do remember something that does need to relax. Sorry, I'm going to be a hater-ater, but...
you gonna hate on me?
No, never. So what needs to relax is big companies in like marketing that don't understand. I don't know how to explain this in a sentence. I'm so bad at like long story shorting things. I saw an ad on Jennifer Aniston's Instagram. She posted like a brand deal, a sponsorship thing for Skinny Pop, the popcorn, which I like. It's great. This is not an ad, but like, yeah, it's great. I love Skinny Pop. It's like I lived on it when we wrote Haters Back Off in the writer's room.
Okay.
But this drives me crazy when I see ads for foods, snacks, whatever, and the way that people hold them so unnaturally so that the bag can look like perfect.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to show you this. I'll put a picture on the screen of what I'm talking about, but I'm going to show you, like, I screen recorded the ad, but look how she's holding the bag.
Oh my gosh.
And look how perfect it is. It looks like it's never been touched by a human being.
Is that even a real bag? How do they open that?
It's so insane looking. And I saw it and I was like, this is so distracting because now I don't want Skinny Pop. I just am so distracted with the fact that, like, why wouldn't they make it look realistic? Like, that looks crazy. Why wouldn't they like opened it with like straight cut, like a huge
razor,
blade,
like a box
cutter razor. So it's a perfectly
not a
straight line
wrinkle
at the
in that
very
bag.
top. Not a single wrinkle. Like, if you're going to do, like, I don't understand, when will these marketing companies, I know they want it to look, their product to look perfect. So I get it when it's like a cheeseburger or something at like a fast food point. You know, those commercials, they always make the cheeseburgers look so perfect and beautiful and delicious.
Well, I got a story for you, yeah.
But with stuff like that, a chip bag or a popcorn bag, like, it will never look like that. It has never looked like that. No one has ever seen a chip bag look like that. One was just printed. That bag, it looks like it was 3D
printed in like square.
Yeah. They just printed. It has not a wrinkle inside, and that is not how
it doesn't look like it's made of bag.
And it makes me, I don't know why, it like enrages me when I see commercials like that. I'm like, why isn't anyone on that team now in 2025 being like, this isn't how bags look. This does not look like a real product. It looks, she's holding.
It's distracting. It's really unnatural.
Ceramic.
Yes.
Like,
it does.
Like
it looks like,
sculpture.
it does look like a ceramic sculpture.
It looks crazy. And so it's nothing against Jennifer Aniston. Get your bag. Like, I'm glad she's like, no pun intended. Like, I'm glad she's, making that money, honey.
This episode.
But I've got to screenshot this because is that not the crazy? That's like I've seen some bad ones. That one's one of the worst ones I've seen.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It looks like
this shot's all like glowy. It's very strange.
And there was like a bag handler on set. It was their job to make sure there was never a wrinkle.
Like
it looked
wiping
perfect.
it with like terry, like a microfiber towel, like before every take.
It just
looks
crazy.
like it was steamed.
And
like
who holds it back? And they're like, hold
it
like this. Don't move your arm. Like, she had to hold it in an exact specific way.
Also, that's not the size of the bags of their product.
Everything about it is just insane. And
yeah,
I know they just want it so that you can see clearly what she's holding, what she's eating. But like, it's too far. This is crazy behavior.
Well, your husband many years ago was in a McDonald's commercial.
Yes, I know.
And the level, it took an entire day to shoot, and the level of like acting, but keeping in mind that this needs to be facing this way and whatever. So there is a lot to think about. They do make you actually think about it, and it is impractical. And I know that I will never in my life eat another McDonald's chicken nugget because I had to eat so many that day, and they were cold because they had to make them look a certain way.
Right.
So they were like, I don't know what they were, like glazed with something or something. I don't know.
And edible still?
I mean, barely. But I remember they were cold and I was eating them for hours.
They were glazed with something.
I can't remember if I threw up.
Probably. You love throwing up.
Well, they're like spraying them with something. Maybe it was just water. I don't know.
Oh,
but to make them like,
to like
look.
glisten.
Yeah, to make them like glisten. Yeah. So they're
man.
cold and wet chicken nuggets.
Gross.
From McDonald's that you're just eating.
Well, they don't
under
make
hot lights
but
for
on
hours.
set, they don't make you eat that. So they have spit buckets.
They have a spit bucket, but it was more about like, it was more like the grease in your mouth and it kind of like eventually burning through your gums and the walls of your cheeks, after hours of doing that.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
it was
horrible.
unpleasant, But yeah, if you're going to hold a chip bag, how would you hold a chip bag?
Like a normal person.
Like
I don't know. I don't know.
I've never walked around holding a chip bag like this in my
Can
arm.
we go
like
get one?
Like a grocery bag.
Can we get one?
I'll be right back.
I need to teach these people how to do this properly because I know I am a marketing genius. But no, does that bother anyone else or is that just me? Or is that something that no one else notices? Because sometimes Erik and I will watch TV or a movie or commercial or whatever together. And I will notice things that like, he's like, why did you even notice that? What do you like? I'll be like, oh my gosh, her hair was behind her ear in the last shot. And now it's in front of her ear.
This is wild.
You literally have one?
This is so crazy to me. This seems to me like you said, like, we're not sponsored by Skinny Pop.
No, of course not. But
we have a bag.
We do have maybe the ad worked on me. The subliminal messaging. Maybe they're doing it right.
This was in groceries that you bought.
Well, and the reason is
yesterday.
because I do buy these periodically, but like Flynn's been really excited about popcorn lately.
Yeah.
Anyway, so look at this bag. It's brand new. It's unopened.
It's
this
about
bag
half
is
the size.
Unopened, half the size, and it is very wrinkled. A brand new bag. Like there's so many wrinkles in it. But if I were to hold a bag,
it's gotta be.
You can hold it how she was holding it. She was holding it like this.
Why would we carry it
no
like a baby?
No one would ever hold it like this. She's holding it like a baby.
Like a baby.
If I was, I'd hold it like just you'd hold it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, if I were a marketing team and I needed to be clearly displayed, I'd probably have them, I don't know, like how would you, actually I don't know the answer to this question because I wouldn't have him hold it like a baby, but
no.
What would you do?
Is she eating it?
I don't remember. I was so distracted by the bag, I don't even know what the commercial said. And I feel like I need to watch that commercial and see if she even eats any of it. She puts her hand in the bag. She doesn't eat any. She just is holding it like a baby. Okay. And I would hold it like that. Oh, she's chewing at one point. So she's chewing, but she's not. You don't see her like actually eat it. She's like pretending to chew food.
Just hold like that. And then you could offer it to
hold
somebody.
The bottom.
Just hold the bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
And look, they can see what it says.
We should be in marketing, love.
Well, you could direct it. I mean, you can be on set if you're like that, and be like, hey, maybe you just
like why wouldn't they just wrinkle the bag a little bit?
If you're directing a commercial with Jennifer Aniston for popcorn, maybe you can't give her notes.
She is not the one.
She probably shows up for like 20 minutes. They have like the lighting and everything already set with like a double. They've already rehearsed it, and she'll give them 20 minutes and no notes.
She's not the one who made that bag look like that.
No. No, I'm not blaming Jennifer Aniston. I'm just saying, like, the directors were probably or people.
Anyway, I just think it's not just her. I've seen ads like that a million times. Where I'm like, that's how what chip bags look like.
Sorry,
go for it.
On set for that, it's not like there's like a crew of 10 people or whatever, and watching that at the monitors and being like, great, that's the commercial. On set for a commercial, you have the ad agency and you have like the product reps. Like I've never seen
the product reps. Maybe that's who I'm upset with.
I've never seen like more people on set than for a commercial because it's not just like a crew and you work on the show or movie and you're filming it. There's like when I did a car commercial that they had Video Village in another car following us in the car with like the director in it and the camera operator, and then there was a van like a Mercedes big passenger van filled with like 20 people from the ad agency that were following, watching on monitors. Then there was another Sprinter van filled with the client who were watching on monitors, and like everybody had their input. So like this was the way she's holding that bag is no accident, and it was very much talked about.
It was very much talked about.
Looks like it was priority one,
and I do think that. Yeah, you're right. It's not like the marketing team. It's the brand, the actual brand, whoever
brand
works
reps,
at the actual brand, who doesn't know anything about like the entertainment industry or like how humans actually look on screen. Like they're the ones, because I've done brand deals like tons in the past, like tons of brand deals and bigger brand deals and commercials. I've done tons of stuff where it's like I have to hold things awkwardly, like I wouldn't normally, but that was just an extreme. Who cares? But that was an extreme case. I noticed. I was like,
not only did it get under your skin, like so much so that you fixated on it and screen recorded it, but also made you buy a bag. So like,
because
maybe it worked. It worked.
Great. Look at this. That's crazy.
It's advertising at the finest and it worked on you, love.
Well, I would have bought it anyway. I like Skinny Pop. It really does sound like this is an ad for them. It's obviously not.
Just bleep out every time.
Who cares? Let's read some comments, okay?
Okay.
Nobody cares about all that. So let's get to some. I'm just going to read some of your comments. Leave us some beautiful comments for next week. Oh, yeah, mostly about the car stuff, right? Huh?
Yeah, I want to hear about that. And, I don't know.
Well, I like this comment. Amy said, Eric's arms are arming. And she is correct. How often am I like, hello, your arms? Oh my God.
Like me.
Your arms are so army.
What does that mean?
It means they look good, love.
Oh.
You look good. You look very good.
Nice arms.
My arms just look like literal little arms, but your arms are like, they look like arms.
No, I don't.
You know? Abe said, my husband always says, I love you when he burps. Because I was talking about last week how I've started saying like the F word when I burp.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I say is, what the kids would tell you. I think I say dody or something like doby.
Mm-hmm. I've heard you do that.
But I love that your husband says, I love you. This person also said, I have never noticed anyone else saying something through a belch like that. And now I want to start saying I love you. I think that's better than saying doby or the F word.
Yeah.
So I might steal that.
That's, yeah.
Which I would assume is a fart noise.
Fart noise, yeah, I was going to say.
Says, Erik does all Colleen's games, but she can't do his. And you're referring to the games we played last week where Erik did an Oscar. He asked me questions about the Oscars.
I didn't prep that well.
And I did a game like where it wasn't really a game. It's just like, what do you see me as? Like different vibes of different things.
Yeah.
I think that was the point. Was that I could not play that game.
And I can't play hers.
So the point of his game last week was that I didn't know the answers to any of his questions.
Yeah.
So I think that was the point last week, but note taken. And if you ever want to play a game again, love, I'll try to do better at playing your game.
I think you're a great player.
I'm really not a good player.
You're so good at games and you're very competitive.
I am very competitive. So what else was it? There's a bunch of comments. It's hard to pick. Okay, so wait. It's your girl Shay said, wait, I want to play. And this is in reference to like what our personalities, like what things match our personalities. She said, Erik is a tiger, and I agree. He's so a tiger. I think that's a good one for you. You're very tiger vibes.
When I was a child and I would get child's haircuts, I would request that they stencil in a tiger paw on the side of my head. This was something they did in the 80s, but they had like stencils at every like supercuts or whatever. And they would put the stencil of a tiger paw there and they would shave it like to the skin on the side of my head. I went through that for a while. That was like a couple years.
So see, it makes sense.
So yeah, it makes sense.
There's a lot here. It says Erik is a tiger, a forest, a cactus, black and white movie,
I like
the
that.
fall, hiking, dark green, sunglasses, khakis, and button up. I wouldn't say button up, but the rest I'd agree with. And you're a panini.
Okay.
Shut
I don't know if
up.
it deserved that reaction, but
that's crazy. I just said that you're a freaking panini.
Oh my God, I'm a panini. I don't even really like
wild
paninis.
That I said that because I saw this comment, but I didn't read it fully. I just saw that this person was like,
I'd rather things just be toasted regular than panini.
Fine, but that's crazy that panini is such a specific sandwich. And
if you
she and
panini,
I
it takes
both
out
said
the-
you're panini.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyway, for me, she said, Colleen is a cat, obviously. I mean, beach, a lily, a fun girls movie. I like that answer. I'm the summer. Oh, I'm shocked by that. Vlogging. What's vlogging? Is that for a movie?
Name a fun girls movie.
Or a hobby? A fun girls movie?
Yeah.
Bridesmaids?
Okay.
Mean Girls?
Okay.
I mean, there's tons.
I understand, yeah.
Purple, obviously color. Graphic t-shirt, LOL, and leggings. And the food is Taco Bell. So I liked that. I liked hearing your guys' perspectives on what we are.
How many graphic t-shirts do you think you own?
A probably the same amount as shoes that you have.
How many
Is that a
t-shirts?
sentence?
How many t-shirts sans graphics do you own?
Maybe 5.
Okay.
Maybe 5 shirts that are like striped.
You got some to say, and you want to say it with your chest.
Yeah, I want someone else to say something with my chest.
Huh?
It's never my words. I didn't make the shirts.
Right. Or
Someone
images.
else?
Sometimes it's just an image.
In the jizz?
Images.
Oh, I thought you said in the jizz.
Oh
and I was
my
like,
God.
what does that mean?
Oh my God.
Images. Why did I hear in the jizz?
I don't know.
Ugh. It's a horrible thing to hear.
I didn't like it. I don't know why you keep saying it. Well, stop repeating it.
I don't know. Okay, we're going to go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, fun
And-
times.
We'll see you next week.
Please let me know my questions.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye.